Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield and I'm the Get Fit Guy. In today's podcast episode, we're going to jump into 3 different ways that you can biohack your fitness, specifically for injuries, for sleep, and for breathing. Okay, so in the recent Get Fit Guy episode, does biohacking your body really work? I talked about some fitness shortcuts that actually do work, like electrical muscle stimulation and hypoxia. Well, since then, I've come across a few other interesting practices that could probably fall into the category of fitness hacks, so I thought I'd share them with you. Specifically, you're going to learn a useful injury prevention tip, a quick tip for sleeping better, and a way to enhance your breathing. So let's start off with the injury one. It's heal your hamstrings. I recently discovered this infographic about a hamstring lengthening and strengthening technique that's based on the concept that most hamstring injuries happen as your hamstrings are getting longer and stretching beyond their normal limit. This might happen if you're, say, sprinting or kicking a soccer ball really hard. Well, the trick is to train your hamstrings to become stronger while lengthening. The lengthening phase is also known as the eccentric phase, by the way. So how do you do this? It's called the Nordic hamstring exercise. I'm going to put a picture of this exercise and how it works over in the show notes at quickanddirtytips.com/getfitguy246. But the basic idea is that about 2/3 of hamstring injuries can be prevented with this simple move. It goes like this. You kneel on the ground with a partner behind you holding your ankles, and then slowly and smoothly lean forward so that your chest gets closer to the ground. Use your hamstrings to put the brakes on your forward momentum until you can no longer resist gravity, and at that point, put out your arms to stop your fall. Finally, allow your chest to touch the ground, then push yourself back upright to repeat the exercise. Now, if you don't have a partner to support you on this exercise, you could use a heavy barbell, a couch, or a table. You can get your feet under. If you're a fitness newbie, just try 5 reps. If you're a Get Fit Guy veteran, then shoot for as many as 30 reps and do this at least once a week. More frequently than that is fine if you're prone to hamstring injuries. Okay, next up is a little sleep hack. And I watched a video recently about a sleep hack that got me thinking about this trick. I'll put a link in the video in the show notes, again, over at quickanddirtytips.com/getfitguy246. Here's how it works. Keep one foot or both feet outside of your blanket. It could help you both sleep better and fall asleep faster. This recent New York Magazine article interviewed a spokesperson for the National Sleep Foundation and a psychology professor. And her research focuses on chronopsychology, which is the study of how our routines and biological rhythms fluctuate throughout the day and the night. And this includes studying the connection between sleep and temperature. So right before you fall asleep, your body temp starts to drop. And in the deepest stages of sleep, your body is at its coolest. Well, a few of the things you can do to help this cooling along are to sleep in a cold room, to take a cold shower before bed, and in the case of this particular sleep hack, to stick your sockless feet or foot out from underneath the covers. So when you do this, it helps to cool your body, and it works because the hairless surface of the foot contains these special blood vessels called the arteriovenous anastomosis structures. Yeah, that's a mouthful. And this helps with heat loss and dissipation of body heat. So sticking your toe or your foot out from underneath your covers while you're sleeping could help you get deeper, more restorative sleep. Okay, here's the last hack. It might seem a little bit silly, but it's breathing while you walk. I know, everybody breathes while they walk, right? But this is an entirely different thing. You practice something called box breathing while you walk. Now, I was first introduced to box breathing when I was at the SEAL Fit Academy, and I even introduced the practice in my new work of Fiction, in which one of the characters uses box breathing to calm their heart rate and stress levels. If you want to follow that piece of fiction, by the way, it's over at bengreenfieldfitness.com/theforest. Anyways, in Chapter 3, I talk about using box breathing as a way to calm stress. Well, it works like this. So when you're walking, for 4 steps of walking, breathe in. Then for the next 4 steps of walking, hold your breath. Then for the next 4 steps, breathe out. And finally, for the final 4 steps, hold your breath again. So it's like you're breathing up the side of a box, holding across the top of the box, down the other side of the box, and then hold across the bottom of the box. And box breathing is something used by everyone from the U.S. military to free divers to yogi masters, and has been shown to do things like increase heart rate variability, one of the best ways to lower stress, and also lower your cortisol levels. So why not kill two birds with one stone and do it while you're walking? While I often use simple box breathing while sitting in a cross-legged position before a workout or while lying in bed before getting up in the morning, I also find box breathing to be especially helpful for decreasing stress and increasing focus if I'm walking in a stressful situation, like through a large crowd or at an airport. So try it out and let me know what you think. Now, if you have any more questions about these 3 little fitness hacks for hamstring injuries, for sleep, and for breathing, then head over to facebook.com/getfitguy, where you can comment, you can join the conversation, and you can even leave your own little fitness hacks. So that's facebook.com/getfitguy. And until next time, I'm Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.